Well, let's talk to Curran, who's Professor of Cybersecurity at Ulster University and Executive Co-Director of the Legal Innovation Centre. Good to see you. Now, look, $1.3 billion, it's a record fine, but considering that Meta has pumped $10 billion a year into the metaverse, are they going to be that bothered?
It's still a substantial fine, really, and of course they're throwing bad money after good money in the metaverse. I mean, they're much too early in that, of course, but we have to do something. We had privacy sharing agreements with the United States previously, the Privacy Shield, but a lot of these were found not to be fit for purpose, and especially in Max and others, but especially in the wake of Edward Snowden revelations about how the US government have some pretty impressive tools for scraping data. So really what we're looking for, because we're trying to adhere to the General Data Protection Regulations, GDPR, which have come in and actually are quite, they seek to protect consumers again, so that they force companies to minimize how much data that they keep on us, only track the necessary amount of information and store it securely, among other principles as well. And of course, until we can get the US on a par with our European Union laws again, then there's going to be a problem again between transatlantic data transfers.
But Meta says that the EU is putting the internet at risk of breakup. I mean, what does this really mean for big tech?
Well, jurisdiction is always a problem in the internet. You know, tell that to anyone who's been frauded by someone from a foreign country. You know, good luck getting your money back. But we do, you know, we can't have a Wild West here. You know, us as countries in the EU, we've agreed to these principles again, GDPR, and we agree that that's the best way forward for transparency and for protecting the public. So they can't have their cake and eat it then. You know, they have to adhere to European Union rules.
They have to adhere to the rules, but how can a billion-dollar software company run without transferring personal data?
They can store it in European servers.
As simple as that. But I mean, what is the solution here? Are we talking about like end-to-end encryption? I just wonder what it really means for consumers.
It's not even about end-to-end encryption in this case. It's about being able to protect the data that they have against, you know, data mining practices against, you know, rogue practices as well. So really, why can't the United States come up with a law which, you know, which pleases or, you know, which adheres to the GDPR? It's shown to be best practice.
So you're saying that the US system, that their laws are maybe weaker than what the European Union has in place, but there have been moves, haven't there, to come up with an EU-US framework. I mean, what's taking so long?
Yes, Joe Biden announced an executive order again. There's problems with the standard contractual clauses which Meta have put in, which are not rigorous enough for the European Union. So again, we're seeing that, but they're looking to have one in place by October. So therefore, they might not have to transfer. You know, they might transfer the information back. But really, it's about keeping the data within the borders of and adhering to the rules there. So again, what is the need for them to ship that data back to the United States, and why don't they put the proper protections in?
You put it like that, you wonder why they don't. Curran at Ulster University, thank you very much.